What we're seeing is that the corporate renewable energy market is absolutely on fire right now. We've had a doubling of growth from 2017 to 2018, and many of the projections that are out there say that 2019 is going to be on par with the previous year as well. So there's just been a major surge of blue chip Fortune 500 companies that are entering into the renewable energy procurement space. And Duke is just really excited to be a part of that to help enable those companies on their path to zero carbon electricity. Well, the biggest opportunity is within sort of this offsite, large-scale renewable energy market where you've got large solar and wind projects that are going into place. When corporates work with a developer or work with a consultant to then work with a developer to get one of those projects going, you can have a dramatic impact on your company's CO2 emissions virtually overnight. It's really amazing just how quickly you can scale by being active in this market compared to maybe some of those other levers that you're looking at as a sustainability manager or a procurement person trying to draw down on your CO2 emissions. It's really the offsite renewables market is where the action is. You can't ever guarantee that somebody's going to save money on a lot of these deals, but what you can say is that you are protecting yourself against the prospect of higher energy prices in the future. The traditional method of buying renewable energy, if you are not hedging that position, you're essentially going all in on the concept that prices today will be lower than what they will be in the future. And that's just not what we're seeing out there. Many of the analysts see rising prices coming by working with a developer on virtual PPAs or other PPAs where you lock in a consistent rate over time. You can protect yourself against those potential future price spikes in wholesale electricity markets. Short-term blips related to PTCs and ITCs notwithstanding, what we see is that the cost of technology continues to drop. There are some policy headwinds that are out there, but the long-term trend is pretty clear that we're in an environment where prices over the long haul should continue to go down for renewable energy, and that's a great position to be in. So, you know, the PTC, the good thing there is that, you know, through safe harboring, through some other mechanisms, many developers are still able to qualify for at least partial PTC credit there. And so a lot of the pricing is still on par with what you've seen to date. Potentially that could change in the next, 6 to 12 months, but we're still very bullish on the wind market. And then the solar growth story is just really, really dramatic. And what we see there with ITC continuing through, we should get a lot of growth in the solar market over the years to come, and it's very exciting to see that. It's really the place that you go to network with your peers, to get insights from the development community. It's the place you go to get smart about these types of things. Contracting for renewable energy, unfortunately, it's not the easiest thing to do, but the great news is that with a little bit of education and some resources and some help, you can get there. And I've seen companies that have come in having very little background in the way of renewable energy purchasing, come in, familiarize themselves, and then eventually get to a point where they're buying megawatts and megawatts of power on the market. And the NEO is just a perfect place to do that. So it's all about finding help if you're new to this space, and networking with your peers and others to really enhance your capabilities there. So that's what NEO is all about, and that's why it's a valuable tool for the C&I folks.